Join our celebration of Black History Month, only on New Thought Media Network. New videos every day at 6 a.m. Mountain Time, or watch anytime on our YouTube channel. 28 unique Black History moments, every day in February. Only on New Thought Media Network.
Most people only know her as the wise angel from the 90s, but Della Reese was a music legend and a barrier-breaking change agent long before she ever earned her wings. Born in 1931, she started out in Detroit, singing where her big voice got her discovered by the gospel legend Mahalia Jackson at just 13 years old. By the late 50s, Della wasn't just a backup singer anymore, she was a pop star. Her song, Don't You Know, hit #2 on the charts, and she became the first black artist to sing at the All-Star Game. But music was just the warm-up. In 1969, she became the first black woman to host her own variety talk show on primetime television. She was also the first woman to ever guest host The Tonight Show for Johnny Carson. She was breaking ceilings left and right, but her personal life was filled with disappointments and terrifying close calls. She married 4 times, including 2 marriages that were annulled. In 1970, she fell through a plate glass door at her home and needed 1,000 stitches to survive. Then, 9 years later, she suffered a brain aneurysm right in the middle of taping a TV appearance. She had to undergo 2 surgeries and literally learn to walk and talk again. She cheated death twice and decided to pivot into acting. She proved she had serious comedic chops in Harlem Nights, alongside Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor. But tragedy struck again on the set of the show The Royal Family, when her good friend and co-star, Redd Foxx, died of a heart attack right in front of her. After all that, she almost turned down the role that defined her later years. She didn't want to do Touched by an Angel, but she felt a spiritual calling to take the part of Tess, and the show was a massive hit. But Della didn't just play a spiritual guide on TV. She was actually an ordained minister in real life with her own church. Della Reese had stopped attending church in her 20s, but after her near-fatal accident in 1979, she became inspired by Reverend Dr. Johnny Coleman, the founder of the Universal Foundation for Better Living Churches. Della started attending services and took theological coursework at the Johnny Coleman Institute. She then began hosting classes at her California home beginning in 1984. Reese officially became an ordained minister in 1987 and founded her own church called Understanding Principles for Better Living. She died in 2017, but the Up Church is still operating today. During the last 20 years of her life, Reese was also the author of several books. Her first book was Angels Along the Way, My Life from Help Above. It was released in 1997 and was a biography of Reese's life up to that point. In 1999, Reese released a fictional children's book about spirituality called God Inside of Me. Her third book was released in 2001 titled, What Is This Thing Called Love? A series of passages and scriptures centered on love. A fourth book released the same year titled, Strength is the Energy of God, focused on spiritual and inspirational strength. Her fifth and final book was released in 2012 titled, Metaphysically Speaking. The Bible is the greatest how-to book ever written. That book provided guidance on how to recognize and claim your spirituality. Della Reese didn't just play an angel, she was a survivor who fought for her spot in history. She spent her final years preaching and teaching, proving that you can live 3 or 4 different lifetimes in the span of one. Today, we remember entertainment legend and UFBL minister, Reverend Dr. Della Reese.
Thanks for watching New Thought Media Network's Black History Moments. Join us every day in February for a new Black History Moment. live at 6 a.m. Mountain Time or on our YouTube channel. New Thought Media Network, positively inspiring.